for another team selection video, thanks to Billy's Cakes. 2 wins from your last 2 now. You must be happy to have squared the ledger.
Yeah, look, last week was a really good performance, so happy to get the win over Richmond. It's probably our most complete performance for the year, so really even contributions all over the ground, so we're happy to come away with a really good win at home.
You mentioned it was an even performance. It was really a well-rounded team performance, a lot of sharing of goals and that sort of thing. What did you feel were the keys to the victory?
I think we just really played to our strengths all the way through, so we sort of identified the areas that we really wanted to focus on against Richmond. And as you said, yeah, we had a lot of even contributions across the board, so I think that's something that we've noticed a lot throughout the year. We haven't really had 1 or 2 really dominant players. We've had different guys bobbing up each week, which really bodes well for us going forward.
Now moving on to this week, obviously massive rivalry clash against Port Melbourne. Seagulls fans will vividly remember your side's 87-point win in last year's semi-final. Obviously it was a great performance. What can you take out of it?
Probably not much, to be honest. I think our list has obviously changed a fair bit by going standalone and changing our list a fair bit. I think they have as well, so they've recruited a lot of new players coming in. So from our point of view, there's probably not too much we can take out of it. Look, we know obviously a lot of their players have been around their club for a while, so we know how they play, we know what the type of game style Port Melbourne are trying to introduce, but I don't think really we can take too much out of it. I'm sure just one thing, they're going to be probably coming at us pretty hard. I'm sure that's going to be a real motivating factor for them coming off such a big loss. So that's going to be an area that we know we're going to have to be ready for, because I'm sure they're going to be coming at us pretty hard.
Now this week there's a couple of key injuries to the side in Willie Wheeler and Peter Fawkes, so what's the diagnosis with those two?
Fawkesy just picked up a bit of a knock, so he'll miss this week, but he'll be really looking forward to getting back for the Collingwood game. Willie's really disappointing. He's actually torn his pec, so he's going to be out for 8 weeks. So disappointing for him. He was probably one of our better players last week and really in really good form. So he's had surgery this week, and hopefully we'll see him back sort of towards the end of the year.
There's always a positive side to it though. With injury comes a great opportunity for others to take their chance.
Yeah, exactly. So we've had a few guys who have come to our squad this week. So Tim Curry, a player we brought across from the Northern Blues, a couple of our key forwards in Ben Casley and Simon Deary, and also a couple of guys who really stood out at development level last week. So Stephen McCullum, who played his first game back for a while, so he was clearly best on ground, and Sean Hetherington, who's really been really consistent across the board and one of our better performance at development level. So they all can get their chance, and I'm sure when they come in they'll do a really good job for us.
All right, Chris, let's go through the side for the big clash against Port Melbourne.
So from the back line, Brad Mangan, Ryan Ferguson. So I guess that's one of the beauties of Fergie. We know he can play at either end. He's been playing forward, but with Fawkesy going down, gives us a bit of extra coverage down there. Jack Charleston, Ben Davies, David Fay and Jack Dorgan on half-back flank. So Jack once again is our 23rd player. Had a really good game last week and looking forward to seeing him out again at Burbank Oval. Through the middle, Cam Lockwood, Ben Jolly and Kane Lambert. Great to see Kane get through his first game last week with no problems. Really looking forward to seeing him in full flight now. Cross half forward, Jack Johnston, Scott Clouston, Mitch Banner. Up forward, Anthony Anastasio, Jake Owen, Lee Masters. On ball, Nick Meese, Adam Markon, Ed Carr. And then on our extended interchange bench, Daniel Kilikowski, Simon Deary, Michael Gibbons, Sean Hetherington, Sean Tye, Stephen McCullum, Nick Singh, Tim Curry and Ben Casley.
Now VFL rivalries don't come any bigger than this week. You must be expecting a big turnout at Burbank Oval once again.
Yeah, it's always a big one against Port. I think no matter when and where we play them, it's always going to be a big game. So we actually only played them once this year during the home and away season. So especially with the game on the Sunday, we're really expecting a big, strong crowd down there. Really been happy with the support we've had at home this year. So obviously encouraging all our Seagulls supporters to come out and cheer the boys on, because it is one of the probably the longest and most traditional rivalry in the VFL. So I'm sure we can really expect a big crowd, and it's really going to be a great game of footy as well. We have a look at the guys they've brought in, and obviously with Alex as well. So 2 standalone teams going at it, and hopefully we can see a great game of footy and hopefully a great result for us on the weekend.
Well, thanks for having another chat to us, Chris, and best of luck for the week.
Cheers to you, Ta.